almost 2 decades, the Council on American-Islamic Relations has been working to teach Americans about Ramadan. The group advises mosques across the country to invite local reporters and non-Muslims to let them see for themselves that the fasting month is a time of spiritual replenishment and certainly not a threat to America.
We have known for a long time that there is ignorance about Islam, but also there is interest to learn about Islam. And the challenge was to us American Muslims was to provide this information to the public. Now, how to do it? You need to have positive attitude, then you need to know the media system, and you need to put a human face on the month of Ramadan by connecting the American media to Muslim communities. And we do this through helping mosques, Islamic centers, leaders, by providing them media kits, how to communicate with the media, news releases, announcing events, iftars, for example, events and activities around the holy month.
A few years ago, most Americans probably never heard of Ramadan. But through the efforts of the Council and other advocacy groups, mention of Ramadan in news reports has grown exponentially. A news tracking service found only 300 mentions of the word 2 decades ago. This year, Ramadan was mentioned 55,000 times.
The American media understands that Islam is a fact of life in America. The American Muslim community is an American community, and their issues, their festivities, their holidays are part of the public interest.
Many Americans still have only a vague idea about the fasting month, but an increasing number are well informed, and the better they understand the holiday, the more positive opinion they tend to have about it.
I'm all for it. I have no problem with anybody's religion. However they celebrate it, that's up to them. And they should be able to do it freely anywhere.
I know that Ramadan signifies a fasting for religious purposes to go without, and I know from sun up to sundown they drink no water, no sodas, no food whatsoever, and when the sun rises then they get to have a nice big dinner with their families. Like I said, my cousin fasted for Ramadan even though she's Catholic to support her friends, and I think we view it as the rest of the world would view Easter and our fasting and us giving up something for Lent. I think it's kind of along the same purposes, and I think people are very accepting and open to it here.
For Muslims to fast and they do it actually in the daytime, it would have to, enhance their spiritual strength. And I can understand, why they would do such.
Ramadan is becoming so accepted in America that an ever-growing number of government agencies, companies, and organizations host an iftar meal during Ramadan to show their solidarity with their fellow Muslim Americans. Most Americans know a lot less about Ramadan than they do about the major Christian and Jewish holidays. Nonetheless, knowledge of the fasting month is clearly spreading here, as is acceptance of Muslim religious practices. Burton Bolak, KSA2, Washington.